Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming on here. Apex After Dark 700 subscriber celebration. Woohoo! And we got
Congrats.
some really good guests here. We got Bill Moss and we got Steve Stern, both
Hel-
working on Jen. Jen,
hel-
the Intergalactic Ninja, is
Hello.
currently on Kickstarter. So thank you for showing up, guys.
Hey, how's it going,
Hail
Thanks
man?
for having us,
Shadowhawk.
Apex.
Thanks for coming in.
Here we are.
Yeah.
All right. I found a button.
Yes.
I'm good.
That's what
I'm over
she
here at
said.
Mission Control.
All right. Wow. So, guys, I know
Yes.
Zen is celebrating, I guess, its 35th anniversary, right?
Actually, 37th.
37th.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
bad.
Dan
Jeez.
Cody and I self-published Zen Intergalactic Ninja #1 in 1987, November
Mhm.
1987. So
Wow.
long time ago.
Wow. So, how did you guys create this character, Zen?
Okay, well, here we go. This is where I tell you, you got to stop me from talking.
Stop him if it
I'll
goes
try.
long.
I'll give you the. I'll give you the short version. I'm living in Maine. My wife and I are living in Maine. I'm running my advertising agency up there, and I go to see a potential new client, Cody's Old Fashioned Ice Cream. Now, Yankee Magazine, which is the arbiter of everything that's cool in New England, called Cody's Old Fashioned Ice Cream, quote unquote, the best damned ice cream in New England. So we're talking serious ice cream here, okay? Not just that, your little mom and pop store, although it was a mom and pop business, right? So I'm in
Right.
the I'm in the office with Nancy Cody, co-owner of the company, and I see these really cool uh, pen and ink illustrations festooned all over her office, and I say, "Wow, those are really cool, Nancy. Who did those?" She said, "My son Dan did them." And I'll tell you what I'll do, Steve. If you use Dan as the advertising artist in our newspaper and magazine ads, you can have the account. So I'm not stupid. I immediately said yes, and I loved his artwork anyway. A couple days later, I go meet Dan in his home. He's up in the attic airbrushing stuff, real old school, real
Mhm.
airbrush, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, 1986, say this is. And we get to talking, and I tell Dan I had some comic book stories published in the past,
Okay.
and I'm really into comics. He said, "Comic books? I always wanted to do a comic book story."
Yeah.
So what happened that morning, flashback to the morning before I went to see Nancy, right?
Mhm.
The couple days earlier. I had this one page synopsis called Zen that I had written. And I'll get into later how that came about. Okay, this
Right.
little synopsis. So I had it in a suitcase that I we brought with us to Maine. That morning before I went to see Nancy, the suitcase fell, cracked open, and that one page wafts out of it. And I
Wow.
pick it up and I look. I said, "Gee, I wrote this like 10 years ago. This little story idea called Zen." So
Huh.
when I'm talking to Dan a few days later, and
Yeah.
he wants to do a comic, I say, "Well, I think I got an idea that we could work
Yeah.
on." So that's the serendipitous way that, and almost like every other thing in my life has happened. So that's the short version of how Zen got created.
Oh, that is cool, man. Yeah. Let's see. Bill, why don't you go and show a visual graphic of what Zen looks like to our audience, if you can?
A visual graphic of what Zen looks
Yeah.
like to our audience.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
want me to just hold up a piece of? I
Just
mean, let
hold
me
up
put
a
it.
piece of art.
I'm gonna hold up a piece of art. There, look, Zen saying hi. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And make sure I'm holding it right.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is what Zen looks like. Here, you see
That's
what
what
Yeah,
I'm
and
Zen
looking
looks like right there.
here's a classic Zen that
This
Bill
classic.
did.
There you
All
go.
right.
Oh
Back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Oh,
This
The
is
sweet.
Alternity Saga.
this
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
Alternity Saga trade
Oh,
paperback.
yeah.
There's Bill's Zen,
Oh, that's great.
and
That's
the
cool.
very earliest version of Nira
Bill,
right
I'm going to
there.
go ahead and
Yep.
wrench you, Bill.
Oh,
So
cool, man.
you
Thanks.
can mod
Okay.
you to go ahead and post your links.
Sweet, sweet.
There we
Thanks, man.
go. And yeah, that is cool.
Holy smokes! I have a wrench.
You do
I
have
feel.
a wrench.
I feel like I have power.
You got power. You got power. All right, there you go. Yes, there's it is right there. It's about
Yeah,
time.
that's
I know.
yep.
Came here from
Thanks,
Bill
Carrie.
next. Keep his name popping up.
Carrie's standing up for me. She recognizes when.
I know about him, or he has a campaign. I presume he's a creator. Like, yes, he's been creating. I
Mhm.
think about the same time, or maybe longer than I have. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's
Yeah,
been
I've
around.
been well. My the time that counts, because all the time I was drawing before then was actually all the time I was getting in trouble for drawing because I was supposed to be doing other stuff. But yeah, ever since my very first gig in comics was like 1991. It was for Eclipse Comics. We did a parody for Eclipse Comics called the X Farce. It sold
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah, it sold somewhere between like 80,000 and 100,000 copies.
was that you
That
and
was
Don Chen, right?
Yeah.
exactly. In fact,
Cool.
that's how Don and I met.
Yeah,
He was the writer for that book, and then when Don started toying around with the idea of creating his own imprint, we co-founded Parody Press together.
yeah,
So, and we did that for gosh, almost a decade before we co-founded Entity Comics together.
yes.
And the very first book that we printed under Entity Comics was Zen Number Zero, which was
I
Zero
have that. I
X's.
still have that in my collection,
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
In my attic.
The cover was cool because it was actually, it wasn't a piece of artwork. It was actually a sculpture that
Oh,
Right. Tom
this
Taggart
artist.
did it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Carrie has a question. Bill, my favorite question: what comic made you want to create your own comics?
Well, that goes back when I was maybe a little bit younger. I was very addicted to Crack Magazine at the time.
Oh yeah. Okay.
John Severin is one of my favorite artists back then because not only his style, the way he draws, like really connected with me, like just because it's sort of like a quasi realistic style, but like really cartoony at the same. If that
Hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he was doing parodies of like exactly the TV shows and movies that I was watching at that time as a kid. So he hooked me like great. So he was the one that really inspired me to want to do sequential art. I was always drawing. I was always doing that
Yeah.
to make friends. And when I go see a movie at the theater, I come home and I want to draw everything I saw. I'm always
Oh,
drawing
that's
like,
cool.
car. I'm always drawing everything like, make it look cool or whatever. But as far as sequential art and actually wanting to tell a story, I would credit John Severin with that little piece, that little push.
Yeah. I mean, John Severin's been doing like westerns and
Yeah,
noir and other
I,
things.
I looked up his other work, and it's like
Yeah.
something about his other work didn't really grab me like his
Really?
Cracked magazine stuff did.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
There's a difference to it. There's a very different vibe to it. Very different.
Mhm.
Like his approach is very different. It's all very good, and it's like if I had some of it, I would love to have it in my collection.
No kid.
But it was really his Cracked magazine stuff. Which is crazy, right? So, and
Yeah.
I think one of Don Chin's very first published things was in an issue of Cracked magazine too. So
Really?
there's
I didn't
that
know that.
connection. That connection.
Cool. Hey, I got greetings from Horror Mike. Hey, Horror Mike. Greetings
Hey,
to
what's up,
Apex,
Mike?
Bill, Steve, and Carrie. Hey,
Cool.
Joe Hawk
Hi there,
Talks.
Horror Mike.
You're around.
Like the name.
Yes. Horror Mike has a YouTube channel, guys. If,
Mhm.
Horror Mike, if you would put a link in the chat there,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
people can find you and subscribe.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I wrote horror stories back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
He's also a independent horror director, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. There's like
Very good.
a dozen movies out, I think. So
Oh, that's very cool. We'll have to
Very
check that
cool.
out. Absolutely.
he has a show every Friday night around
Mhm.
7. I think he's on the Eastern schedule, so
Mhm.
7 or 8. I think it's 8 o'clock. Mike. Let us know what time your show is on Fridays. I kind of forget, but yeah, it'd be good.
You know the
Yeah.
horror director Brian Usna from like Reanimator?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Brian was attached to one of the 2 times Zen was optioned for film, and Brian was going to be the director. That, again, the Zen movie has not happened as yet, which still means it can happen. So we'll talk about that a little later, too.
Oh, that'd be
If you
cool.
like.
Nice. Says, I have a brand new book called Pre-Code Horror Comics Original Art Edition. Here's the link in the description, guys. Just check that out at ghostclinic.com.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Horror Mike's web store. Yeah. Thanks for asking. There you go. Cool.
Yeah, because I see what you said there, Carrie, about the usual answer you get is Conan, Vampirella. There's like when people ask like, oh, who's your biggest influence, or like there's this impulse that you want to say the thing that other famous people say. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like like Jack Kirby was my biggest influence, or like you want to name
Right.
drop like a big name because everybody can really rally around it. Nobody's going to say anything bad about somebody like a Jack Kirby type of artwork because his artwork is like it's so integral to where comics was and everything that came after. He's the king, right? So for me to say John Severin, that's like
Cool.
that's an honest little answer from little kid Bill. you know Yeah, there's just stuff that's like really huge in comics, and then there's the things that really do influence you as you're kind of like along the journey. It's like little things that stick out.
Kevin Davis, will do. Please, yeah, back Kevin Davis. Carrie, what's his book? Does he have a book out, I guess? He's new to independent comic creating. Okay, very cool. All these nice new names out there, guys. It's a big
Yeah.
frontier of
Yeah.
comic creation going on.
We're on the
He's
cutting edge
full
of
of
something
amazing
new.
stories waiting to come out. Waiting to come out. I know. You're just waiting for something to come out. And you're like, I'm hard at work at my table 14 hours a day trying to put these pages together. And then Mom yells at me to do the yard work.
Yeah.
Real life does step in sometimes.
Does step in. It steps on your feet. His campaign's Arcfire. Nice. Is that
Very
campaign Arcfire? Very cool. Indiegogo. So speaking of campaigns, Bill, go ahead and bring up yours, and we'll go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah. Let me share the screen here for you real quick. Since I practiced doing it, I'm gonna do this thing because I'm gonna do it
Bill.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it right.
Look at
There
that.
it is.
Look at that
Bouncing
Bill hitting
horse.
buttons like he's on
Cool.
the bridge of the Enterprise.
Yes.
One day I do
wanna
hope to
show
direct, just so you
the
know.
trailer. It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah. So the trailer. Let's get to the meat. of
When I
the-
get to the meat, let me. Okay, I could turn on the trailer. I don't know if you can.
Be sure your sound is on too,
Is it on? Yeah.
and then expand your screen.
Ooh.
There you go. I don't hear anything.
We don't hear anything though.
You might want to bring it back up. Oh.
All right, so I will narrate this
See it
trailer.
anyway.
Okay. I tell you what. Go ahead and bounce.
Is
bounce
this a
out.
silent trailer?
No, go ahead and bounce out of it,
Okay, let me bounce out of it real quick. Yep.
and then when you share it, make sure your sound is on.
Let me do this one more time so that I know what I'm doing. There you go. Let's do
there
this
you
one
go.
more time.
Make sure your sound is on.
You didn't tell me there were options.
Yeah, there are options there. Forgot to tell you that. Yeah.
All right, there's the thing. There's the thing. Now it does
Sounds
tell me
up.
mute the website notifications while sharing. That's the only option it gives me.
Okay. So it should have a sound that says, make sure your sound is on when you present. It should say, okay, but when I say, yeah, also share tab audio. Yeah, so if you want to click on
Oh,
that,
Yeah, it's
it'll
actually
be on
not
your bottom left. Yeah.
bottom left. No, it just
Yeah.
says mute website notifications while sharing, which is the only option that it's giving. It's the only checkbox that's there.
Okay, so that should be okay then.
Okay, well, I'm going to allow it one more time and
Here
see
we
what
go.
happens. And see
And-
what happens. All right, bear with me, peoples.
Yes, yes.
Is
First
it?
Comic Express ads.
Nah.
And Intergalactic Ninja Bounty Wars.
We're all
It
going
is
to hum a
wild.
song.
Good soundtrack. I'm digging it.
You know
get
what's
the
sad-
idea
what's sad is that I
even
can hear the
without
music on my
sound,
end.
You get the idea.
I can't hear anything on my end, so oh well.
That's lovely. So it's a silent
Yeah.
movie.
Silent. Silence is golden, as they say.
I'll
Shit.
I'll hum some music for you while they.
Before they cash
Thank
it
God
out.
it's a short trailer.
Zen.
Yeah, sure. It's almost over.
Mira X.
Everybody rap together.
So this is their first meeting, I guess, right? Or no? Have they met before?
No,
Oh,
no,
God, yes.
they've actually
They
met
have
quite
a
a few
long
times.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a
Okay.
long history.
All right. Very cool, man.
Yeah, I wish the option was actually on my screen to click.
Curious,
that,
this
that there
Kevin
was some
Davis
sound.
next campaign up for signups is on Indiegogo, so check that out. And Kevin's horror book on Amazon.com. This guy's running wild.
Oh, crazy. That's good.
Look at
That's
that.
good.
Okay,
Down-
Antioch, hello. Hail, Lord Xenu, and hail, Princess Xena. Long may they reign over us. Nice.
All right. Well, I can share the screen so you can just like scroll up and down the campaign
Okay.
page. So that
Yeah.
way, so
Yes,
we
let's
can
do that.
we can definitely do that with the
We'll do that.
quietive sounds.
Yes. So what will I get if I happen to support this campaign? What
Well,
could
let's
I
find
buy?
out. Let us find out here.
Yes.
The first thing on here is let me see if it'll scroll for me since I got two windows open. We've got well, I guess what we'll do is look at the covers first. So
Yeah.
there's the main cover by myself, by yours truly here,
Cool.
and then we have the wraparound cover by yours truly.
Ooh, nice. Hard at work.
Hard at work on this one. Got some of the bounty hunter characters on the back cover there. This next cover is actually by my daughter, Cat Mouse.
Oh.
She's more of an anime styled artist.
brilliant.
Yeah, she's great. She's amazing.
She really killed it on this one. It's
Wow.
it's pretty sweet.
I'm about to get her price rates. Maybe she could do me a cover.
She's reasonable. Get her now before she's famous.
No kidding, right? Get it.
Then we have the next cover of the four different covers that we're actually offering. This one's by Thad Rose III. I always do have to point out he's been doing digital artwork like this for 25, 30 years,
Yeah.
long before
Nice.
AI. So I always have to point out that there's no AI actually in this piece. So I
Good.
don't want people to think that we're supporting that.
Yeah,
Um,
no. I think
yeah, I mean,
AI
it's-
needs to actually move to the side.
Yeah,
Nice.
AI, it was unethical when it rolled out. It is neat. I
was.
mean, and of course
is
the
neat.
shading, it's, a computer put it together. So it's like,
Yeah.
if the computer did all the work and then you turn around and actually charge money for it, it seems
Yeah,
seems
it's
a
like you're
little,
stealing.
yeah, a little bit, it's like, it's
Yeah.
not cool. So we got some previews up on the campaign page so that way you guys can get a quick look at what
That's
some
the
of the
first
pages look
page
like.
of the first issue of Bounty Wars, right there.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then the next following couple of pages don't have colors yet on them, but we're deep in the cave working on everything.
Do you color this yourself, or you have a colorist, Bill?
On this one, I'm actually coloring it myself, and I do have some color assist from Kat. So Kat's going to
Okay.
be doing some color
Nice.
assist.
That's an amazing colorist too.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, she
Do you-
blows me out of the water.
Do you color digitally, or do you use color with markers?
All digital. In fact, I
Wow.
was a Procreate. I was a Photoshop guy for the longest time, but now I'm
Really?
using for all the heavy lifting
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm using Procreate for everything now. So,
Okay.
except
Yeah.
for lettering and color correcting and saving files and all that good stuff. But yeah, the heaviest part of the coloring is all done with Procreate.
Werewolf socks. Nice. Yeah, Carrie says Kevin makes his own merch, socks, caps, t-shirts, all sorts. Wants some. Oh, werewolf socks. That's
Werewolf
cool.
socks. Yeah.
Wow. Jawhawk's daughter is super talented artist also. She's only 20, I think. You could ask Shadowhawk if she would do you come. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
daughters are about the same age. My
Yeah.
daughter turned 26. It's
Oh,
kind of
that's
crazy.
young.
Yeah, kind
Wow.
of crazy. She's actually been in the comics field now for 11
Teenager,
years.
right?
Yeah, she started when she was. I started ghosting her in when she was like 14.
15-year-old in comics? Wow, that's early.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like I was doing a lot of sketch cards, and I was kind of ghosting her into on some of the books that we were
Yeah.
coloring at the time, and then because I can't reproduce her style, I had to actually admit that she was the one coloring them.
Oh,
So she started taking all the jobs.
that's good. It's a good start.
It's a good start. And she was very sure that she loved to. I wanted her to be sure that she loved doing it before
Yeah.
she really made a decision to get her feet like really wrapped up in it and stuff too. So
That's true.
so there's the four covers again, just as part of
Looks
the,
really
the
nice.
different tiers. I don't know why
Wow.
Oh, there we go. I could scroll up the right side here.
Yeah. What do I get for
I know. This is what you get for $15.
sketch cover? There you go. Sketch
Now, the-
covers are smart to have. I like
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really
sketch
like
cover.
having the sketch covers. The regular version of the book, the first cover is $15, and then the other covers are all $20 a piece. Now, one of the good things I like about the way we set up the campaign this time is no matter which tier you pick, almost everything is available as an add-on, so you can
Right.
mix and match things as you want.
That's cool.
So that way you don't get stuck with like, oh, I have to get this bundle because that's the only way I get a certain thing or whatever, right?
Right.
So most everything is a la carte, so you could pick like the single cover you want and add on like whatever stuff you want past that.
That's great.
But we do have some bundles in case you want to pick bundles. So
Yeah.
one is called the Mouse Pack. That's basically it's for my daughter and me.
Nice.
I got my two covers and her cover. There's also an 11 by 17 mini poster that's the wraparound cover without all of the logos and stuff on it. And then
Yeah.
you get two original sketches. Now the two original
damn.
sketches, it's one by me and one by Kat.
Right.
And then 1 out of 10 of the sketches will be a sketch of Nira X. So
Ooh.
it'll be kind of like random who gets like the surprise Nira X sketch. In the
Almost
mouse.
finding a Deadpool card in an X-Force #1, right? Sort of
You
like-
know?
Yeah.
And let's see, and I'll leave this one up here so I could reference that a little bit later. Then we have something called the print collection, which is the regular edition, the first cover that we offer, and then there's a mini print collection right next to it that is basically it's a little print of each of the different covers from the 3 different artists that are on the campaign, and they'll be signed. So that's actually the only signed thing that's on there. So myself, Kat,
Sure.
and Thad will sign each corresponding cover, and then Steve's going to sign each one because he wrote the book. So you get everybody's signature on there. And then we have the poster, and we have 3 metal prints. They're 11 by 17 like this heavy metal print, and they're really
Heavy
glossy,
metal.
really clear. Yeah, they're so cool. They're really cool.
Can I show what
Yeah,
these metal
please do.
prints are
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
Here's-
definitely.
Let's see that.
Last year, Zen ran his first crowdfunding campaign and that point at 36 years, and we had these metallic art prints. I'm going to show you one of the metallic art prints, and you'll hear it too. You'll see the
Nice.
extent of the metal here. So here
See
is,
that.
you hear that? Now look at this.
Oh, wow.
Is
Look at
so we're going to have the same kind of thing for this, right?
Cool.
But what I really like about these prints, whoever this manufacturer is that's making these, because sometimes with the metal prints, like sometimes the image isn't as clear because you see the metal actually coming through the image.
Yeah.
And
These are
these are
great,
like
huh?
super clear. It's like really nice
Yeah.
image
Yeah,
quality.
it's
So this is,
awesome.
there it
I
is.
love the waffle sound.
There you go. And then we have something called the Big Boss tier, which is essentially
Big
everything
Boss.
that we offer. It's like it's one copy of every single cover of the book, including the blank sketch edition. There's the 3 mini prints, the metal prints. You still get the 2 original sketches. You still get the little mini poster. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say, the final boss print tier already sold out, which included everything from the previous tier, but it also comes with the 11 by 17 original art for our main cover. So that
How
one's
much was that? So
it was an $800 tier
that's about
for
right.
that one. So yeah, because you got
Yeah,
the
for
original
all
art
that
for the
great
cover.
stuff.
Original art. My gosh, it's like $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was really happy. It went. That was
Cool.
one of the first things that went. So I was really happy that that
Nice.
was there. Now, of course, in the add-on store, you've got each individual cover. You've got the poster. You've got each individual metal print.
Those
You know,
are the
you
metal
don't have
prints
to.
right there.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have to buy all 3 metal prints as a grouping. You can get individual.
Now check
you know,
out that one. That's
Yeah, Kat
that's
did a
by Kat.
kick-ass job on this
That's
one.
How
Yeah.
was that?
That's
You
great.
see the manga style there?
Yeah.
Nira? Yeah.
Yeah, she's so good, dude. She's the upgrade, man. She's the 2.0.
No kid, man.
The 2.0 mouse. And of
Now,
course,
she's
you can,
done some manga books before, right? Has Kat done any?
no, she hasn't done a sequential story just yet. A published sequential story for
Right.
So I mean, she's been coloring 150-page graphic novels. She's done
Sure.
an immense amount of pinups and things like that.
Yeah.
And original art. I mean, she sells original art all the time.
That's great.
But I'm waiting to see what her first sequential story is going to be.
It's
So
going to be. I'm writing it right now. I'm hoping.
Really?
I'm
Nice.
writing a 100-page book called Manga Zen, and I'm hoping that Kat will be the artist on it.
Oh, I hope so too.
If we can get her, if we can get her.
Yeah.
committed.
Yeah, we're
That's
hoping.
true.
We're hoping. We have to see what what happens. The
Exactly.
this is a slightly larger look at those two sketches, and the sketches are all going to be individual. What I mean by that is like they're not all going to be just profiles. You know, some of them will be like busts, some of them will be like a little bit more of an action pose, and like I said, like
So,
1 out of 10 is going to be a Nira X sketch. So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
so what size are those sketch art?
Those are 7 by 10, so they'll actually be
Okay.
bagged and boarded just like they were a comic.
Oh,
So
cool.
I really I've been liking lately with I've got a original art tier level whatever
ABBR.
I like doing my stuff like 11 by 17 usually, but doing this 7 by 10 is just so much easier to file away and collect. You could put it into a comic book box, you could put it into a short box and collect it with
Yeah.
other pieces that are that size because you could bag and board them. It's just really
Yeah.
it's a fun size. It's a really and
So
putting them
to-
together with your books, it's like we do have one original piece of artwork that's available in the add-on store. It's this 11 by 17 piece that we're actually using for one of the metal prints.
Oh, sweet.
So that's the original Zen art for that. And then we have something to not leave retailers out because without retailers, where would we be? So we
Right.
do have a special retailer tier that is it's actually really really good deal
Yeah,
for
they can get like
retailers.
20 books for $100, and
That's pretty
Yeah,
you
good.
know it'll work for them. So
and
yeah,
it means it means a lot because retailers, man, it's like, dude,
Yeah. Imagine like the usual Marvel or DC book. Most I get the price
mm,
is like $5.99 now or something. Four
yeah,
ninety nine, $5.99.
that's the
20 of
cheapest.
those. Yeah, 20
Right,
times that. You're
yeah,
really going to be pay more.
hmm,
right.
You pay
yeah,
less to get yours actually, and then get
yeah.
Yeah,
better quality. Yeah,
It's a good deal,
it is.
and
Yeah.
that's one of the mandates from First Comics too, is to always have something that keeps the retailers in the loop with what we're
Yes,
doing, so that way they're always involved and they're always part of our ecosystem.
that's great.
And then
now
we got some
we
stretch goals.
yeah, which we
Oh,
passed our first stretch goal date many days ago, and that means that all of the four covers are going to have spot UV gloss on them, which really makes it pop.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's there, and
Yeah,
we're heading towards the next stretch goal. We have only 3 days left in the campaign,
yeah.
but
There's
I
only
hope we
3 days
get
left, but
there.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how.
I'd love to get there because I'd love to have that Zen sticker.
I want
It's a
stickers, man.
large
Yeah.
size sticker you can put on like your water bottle or on your wall or
Oh,
wherever
cool.
on a notebook, right? So I'm hoping we get there. So maybe some of the people who are
Let's hope
watching now
so.
will help us
Yeah,
get
if you
there.
guys would like to share this live stream, much appreciated, so we can get the word out there.
Yeah,
Support this campaign and get it to 10K, so we can get a Zen sticker.
yeah.
That's pretty
Absolutely,
cool.
absolutely.
Yeah, get some
And
metal
then
prints on top of that. Yeah.
we had a 15K stretch goal just in case. This
You
is
never
only
know.
our second actual campaign, Kickstarter campaign funding live
Mm,
thing that we've done. So we're learning a lot and being able to get in front of as many eyes as possible because I know that the people are out there.
absolutely. Oh yeah, they are on the
So
interwebs.
so we got the band all back together again. This is basically our '90s
Thad
crew.
Rose. What
Yeah.
does he do? What's that do?
Thad Rhodes works primarily. He works for a company called RP55 here in Virginia Beach,
All
and he's
right.
also a freelance artist, like myself, like most of us. And
Right.
he's actually done work for us before. He's got a Zen back cover. It's on the back cover of a heavy metal magazine. He's done
Yep.
Okay.
posters. He's done variant covers for Zen before. He's
Wow.
also done work for Parody Press and for Entity Comics before too. And
Okay.
he's all around working artist.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
So
he's a tremendous talent. Yeah,
Oh, we got a Nair sticker also. Is there
yeah.
we do, yeah, at the $15,000
a 15K?
at the
Guys,
15K, yeah. So let me pop back over here. So yeah, I would love, and if we don't hit the nearest sticker this time, I'm gonna keep that sticker for next time, and we're gonna
We'll
see
put
what
it
we
on the
can.
next one, right? Because there's
Exactly.
going to be four Kickstarters in a row
Yeah, it's a.
because
okay.
each one is a 25-page comic that will add
Mhm,
up to a 100-page story.
All right.
Right?
exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a 4 issue miniseries, so it's got plenty of time.
Right. It's going to take a year to play the whole story out.
Oh, for sure.
Have you
for
guys
sure.
considered like maybe branching out besides Kickstarter, maybe Fund My Comic or maybe Indiegogo or these other platforms?
The only thing that's keeping me away from Indiegogo is me going through the nuts and bolts of learning how to use it and do it. So it's like,
Oh,
so I
right.
barely got everything figured out with Kickstarter. So there's, just a learning curve. We're putting on a
I
lot
get
of
it.
new hats, you know. So, but
Right.
yeah, we're definitely going to be branching out as we learn more and get more time. Right now, we're super lucky in the sense that we have so much infrastructure and support from First Comics when it comes to fulfillment
That's
and
good.
getting the book shipped out to people and in the printing process. So they're allowing us to really concentrate on the creative end of things
Thank
so much
goodness.
more than we would normally. So it's
Yeah.
having that backup is really important. So we're
God,
getting there.
yeah.
We're getting better, stretching
Yeah.
out as far as we can. Yep.
Agreed. It's hard doing a comic by yourself and promoting it by yourself and campaigning it by yourself. Like, where are my people? Like, oh, they're not around. Oh,
It's like
Well,
get these people
where are
together.
they at? I know. Yeah, Kat and I we're super late fulfilling our first. We did a Kickstarter just ourselves, and it's
Oh,
called
what you
Entity
do?
Comics. Yeah, Entity Comics Parody Division #1. It's just a
Oh,
parody. Yeah, it's a fun
okay.
parody comic book, and we're finally fulfilling on that. We're starting the fulfillment this week, actually.
Oh, cool.
So so we're super happy, but we're pretty late with it. It's because we're doing everything ourselves, so we have to
It is.
constantly
It's
put out
hard.
updates. Yeah. So
Schedule.
having some real support and real publisher support makes all the difference. So everything that we're doing with First is it's like clockwork. It's going to come out right on time,
That's
and
good.
let me just work on the part that I'm actually strong at, which is
Dude,
drawing the book.
I've got a question here. Now, has First Comics put out any issues like on the OCS circuit or any besides, I think, Zen or Near X?
Oh my
They
God. Well, okay. First Comics,
Hmm.
which a lot of people may recall,
right.
was the preeminent indie uh, publisher of books like Badger,
Yeah,
American
Badger.
Flag, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nexus, right?
Hmm.
And First Comics came back big time in 2011,
Hmm.
at which time the founder and president of First Comics, Ken Levin, contacted me and said, Steve, I want, now that there's a resurgence of, my company, I want to publish Zen. So Zen has actually been published by First Comics since 2011. A lot of
Hmm.
people are aware of that, and a lot of people aren't. For example,
Yeah.
okay, Bill and I did Zen Bounty Hunter
Hmm.
Oh,
several
yeah.
years ago, which this is the book that established Zen as a bounty hunter, which
Hmm.
I wrote and Bill drew.
Hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
like if you go to the First Comics website, you'll see you can get this book there. Okay. So this is the seminal Zen bounty hunter book, okay,
Nice.
and
Okay.
called Zen Bounty Hunter that Bill and I did. So that's one book that First Comics published, right?
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, Marat Michaels and I
Oh,
did
cool.
Hard Bounty, okay, also
Yeah.
published by First Comics, right?
Nice. Wow.
And it came out first as 6 individual issues, right? And Marat, who you may know, he's done stuff like Deadpool Corps for Marvel and Hawk and Dove for DC and many other books, right?
And Image too. I remember seeing his work in Image. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he was essentially he was Rob Liefeld's assistant. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
I love his work. It's just amazing looking
Oh, that's
stuff,
good.
right?
That's cool.
So this book, the first printing of the trade paperback, sold completely out like immediately. Then
Ooh,
First put out a second printing. It then sold out. And the last
nice.
time I saw this book available anywhere on the internet
Hmm.
was a few months ago on Amazon, where somebody bought it for $150.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Wow.
So so if people are unaware of First and or Zen, we've been doing stuff with First for like 12 years now, 13 years.
Yeah. I sent Rex the link, Carrie, and yeah, I responded to one of his videos, and I don't know if Rex been live streaming. I think he went back to his full-time job or something because 4 o'clock shadow I've missed it like a couple of times, and I've looked on the YouTube and it's not anywhere. I'm like, he may have started back his job this week. I'm thinking, but yeah, I sent him the link, so hopefully he'll be on next time on my Apex After Dark. So we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Rex is missing this. Good, this is good stuff, guys. He's missing out. But yeah,
Yeah,
he
I'm
can
glad.
watch
Yeah,
the replay.
yeah, I'm glad that we could do this before the campaign was over, and actually, I appreciate you making the time for us to hang out
Yes.
and talk about the campaign and talk
You
about
got
the
it,
art.
man.
And, yeah, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yes. So I have. I don't know if you guys don't follow me or not, but I've been working on past couple of weeks some Wolverine 50th anniversary poster.
Nice.
Sweet,
As-
Nice.
Got
Wow.
Weapon X here.
very cool,
Homage
dude.
to a lot of the artists. Homage to them.
That
the old
is
school
awesome.
tradition. So it's like a montage poster.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a special tonight. If you happen to you want to buy this, I got for $12 postage paid. I'll put the link in the description. So yeah,
It's a great price for that.
yeah,
My
12,
God.
12
Yeah,
bucks.
that piece has got a lot going on in that piece. That's awesome,
I'll go put in the description real quick. Yeah,
man. Well, I wish we didn't have to leave already. It's almost
I know,
it's
right?
almost that time. Yeah, I hate that.
yeah. So I got even the color version.
Oh,
No, no,
let's
show
see
me.
that.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
the color
Oh,
version.
dude, that rocks.
Do you do all your own coloring as well?
I do markers,
And
Prismacolors.
markers.
Prismacolors. Yeah, Prismacolor.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did it take you, more or less, to colorize that? There's a lot
Oh
of
God, I tell you, it took me like about maybe a good 6 hours,
Work. Yeah, I bet. Every
least
minute
that.
of it.
at least that.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah,
That's cool.
thank you.
Awesome, man.
All right. So yeah, been busy. I did a night crawler drawing. I finished it up today as well. So
Yeah, that's the one you were showing me before. Yep.
there's the night crawler, the Banff, got the clouds poofing out.
Nice.
There is Nightcrawler, X-Men fans out there. Here it is. There's Nightcrawler.
You going to
Bam.
colorize that as well?
I'm up to actually print some copies and colorize it. Yeah.
There you
Marker,
go. Yeah.
base. Bam. All
Yeah,
right.
Prisma was my jam. That used to
I
be my
love
jam.
Prisma.
Yeah.
I used some Copics, but Copics dry out on me fast.
Yeah, I have Copics, but I have refill. I have to have a bag of refills for all of them because
Oh, I
they
need
do
to,
tend to
yeah.
dry out. Yeah, but I like
Yeah.
the mixed media. It's like between Copics, a little acrylic, some inks, some whiteout. You know, it's like we use a little bit of everything. A lot of color pencils.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So he did an early show with Charlie's London. Yeah, he came on at 2:00. That's why I missed it. Ah. Yeah, she has. I think it was Charlie Chaplin Day the other day.
Oh, gotcha.
Or yesterday or today. I can't remember. Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Thanks for coming in. I guess you
Thanks,
guys probably,
Apex. We appreciate the support and
problem.
helping us get the word out.
Yeah,
We
for
really
sure,
do.
dude.
you got it. You got it.
Man.
Thank you,
Anytime,
sir.
guys. Yeah, you guys want any future campaigns? Just give me a DM at Comics Apex on X Twitter if you want, or
Yeah, cool.
Facebook, and
Right,
however
right.
you want to find me.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link in for the posters if anyone's interested in that. So it's on my PayPal. I don't really have a website yet, but I need to get one. So
You know, I've got my little online store, and I end up selling more things just on my Facebook page than I do on my
Really?
online store. Yeah,
Really?
it just moves faster there. I go there first, and it usually moves in a day or two. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to post it,
right.
so that's fine. Nothing wrong with not having an online store.
No kidding.
Great. Thanks again, Apex. We appreciate it.
Sure, absolutely, guys. Thanks for coming. There's the link here, guys. If you want to purchase the poster, got 11 by
Cool,
17 for 12. So yeah, there's the link in the PayPal. So yeah, go and get it. And be sure to put your address at the link where you pay on the PayPal, be sure to add your shipping address so I can send it to you.
Yeah, that always helps.
Yes, yeah, it does.
Oh,
All
man.
right, cool guys.
All
So
right,
thanks
man.
for coming in. So we got at next show. I don't know when I'm going to have my next show, but you know what? This Saturday is the 420 show on Hex Allen channel, the Rex Hex and
420.
Apex 420 show. We'll have good stuff.
Yeah,
Good,
but
good stuff on there. Yeah, he's actually a YouTuber. His name's Good Stuff, and there's Mrs. Good Stuff. So they have their own YouTube channel. So good stuff's going to be on, of course. Guide the 420 show on the Hex Allen channel, 11 a.m. Central or 12 p.m. Eastern, wherever you may be. So
cool.
Rex Hex and Apex on Hex Allen 420 show Saturday. Catch it then. So
All right.
take care, guys. Please like, subscribe, ring bell for notifications. Be good to one another. Until next time, ciao for now.